Have you ever realized that some items in your home are simply occupying space, yet parting with them feels challenging? Over time, it's common for clutter to accumulate, whether it's old furniture, piles of papers, or cherished items hidden in the corners. It's important to acknowledge a few truths as you approach your 70s. Decluttering certain household items is essential, and it's not just about creating more space in your home. It's all about crafting a home that feels more uplifting, manageable, and aligned with the lifestyle you aspire to have. In this video, we'll explore 6 common household items that might be holding you back more than you think. As you reflect on the items in your life, consider those you've kept out of habit, the belongings that have become outdated, or the objects that may be adding unnecessary stress to your day. You'll find that releasing these items can lead to a surprising sense of relief and clarity. More importantly, you'll discover that decluttering these items isn't about losing things, it's about gaining freedom. Let's dive right in and begin our journey together. First, let's talk about furniture that has seen better days and isn't being used anymore. Old, worn-out furniture can be one of the main sources of clutter in your home, taking up space and no longer serving a purpose for you. As time goes by, it's common to gather extra chairs, tables, and cabinets, items that may have served a purpose in the past but now occupy space without being used. It's important to recognize that keeping furniture that no longer serves a purpose or provides comfort can weigh you down, both physically and emotionally. Letting go of these items can help reduce stress and create a more inviting space. Consider the bulky recliner in the corner that seems to gather dust, the oversized dining table that hasn't hosted a family gathering in ages, and the dresser with sticky drawers that can be quite frustrating to open each time. These things aren't enhancing your life, they're simply occupying space. As you age, it's important to consider how your furniture arrangement can impact your daily life. Having an excess of furniture can make your home more challenging to navigate, which may lead to bumps, trips, or a sense of being overwhelmed by clutter. Consider Frank, who is 74 years old and has called the same house home for many years. Throughout the years, he gathered a variety of furniture. Some pieces were inherited, others he bought, and some were generously gifted by friends. At one point, his home felt inviting and warm, but as time passed, he began to observe some changes. As he navigated his home, he found that moving around had become a bit more challenging. Cleaning required more time, and some rooms seemed to have transformed into storage areas rather than inviting spaces for relaxation. It was during a visit from his daughter that she casually mentioned he had 5 chairs in his living room, with only 2 being used. This observation prompted him to recognize that it was time for a change. He took a courageous step forward. He began with a single room, making the thoughtful decision to part with items that no longer had a meaningful role in his life. The chair with the wobbly leg has been removed. The large coffee table created a bit of a challenge when trying to walk through the room and out the door. As he cleared each piece, he experienced a surprising sense of relief. His home had a welcoming atmosphere, creating a sense of openness and comfort that made daily living much more enjoyable. Furniture has a unique way of shaping our spaces.
When it's beneficial, it truly enriches your life.
However, when it turns into just extra weight, it can subtly sap your energy and create a sense of clutter in your space. You can create a warm and inviting home without needing to fill every corner with furniture. Interestingly, when you have less, you often find yourself valuing what you do have even more. If you have furniture that isn't quite meeting your needs anymore, take a moment to reflect. When was the last time you truly used this piece? If you're finding yourself pondering over it, it might be a good moment to consider letting it go. A home that is easy to navigate, clean, and genuinely enjoyable holds far more value than any unused chair or table that occupies space. Next, consider the clothes that you haven't worn in a while. At some point, we all find ourselves keeping clothing that we no longer wear. It could be a suit that hasn't fit in years, a dress you purchased for a special occasion long ago, or a collection of old t-shirts that remain untouched in your drawers. As you approach 70, it's a wonderful opportunity to reflect on your wardrobe. Take a moment to consider what you truly need and what brings you joy. This can be a refreshing and rewarding process. Having a closet full of clothes you don't wear isn't just taking up space, it can also create unnecessary clutter in your life. It's important to recognize this and take steps to simplify your wardrobe. Clothing often carries the essence of our cherished memories. Think about that jacket you wore to a significant event and those jeans you once adored but haven't reached for in years. Those old shoes tucked away at the bottom of your closet may not cross your mind often, but they are still there, patiently taking up space. For many individuals, parting with old clothes can feel like a meaningful step towards moving forward. Here's an important point to think about. Your closet is a wonderful opportunity to showcase your current self, embracing who you are today rather than holding on to the past. Consider Linda, for instance. At 72, she had a closet filled with clothes, yet she found herself reaching for just a few favorite pieces on a regular basis. She had a collection of dresses from the 80s, jackets that had been untouched for decades, and shoes that appeared lovely, yet caused discomfort every time she attempted to wear them. Each morning, she would find herself in front of her closet, feeling a bit overwhelmed by the many options available, many of which no longer served her needs. One day, she took a brave step towards making a change. She took the time to empty her closet and organized everything into 3 distinct piles. One for the clothes she cherished and regularly wore, one for the items that no longer fit or felt comfortable, and one for the pieces she was holding on to just in case. That last pile was quite a challenge to tackle. As she began to release items she hadn't worn in years, she discovered something important. She was gaining so much more. She was creating more space, finding clarity, and building a wardrobe that truly simplified her life. That's the important part. Decluttering your clothes is more than just removing fabric. It's about making your daily routine simpler and more manageable. You simplify the process of getting dressed in the morning, help you discover what you truly enjoy wearing, and enable you to navigate life with less unnecessary baggage. And the wonderful thing is, those clothes could be benefiting someone else. Rather than allowing them to gather dust in your closet, consider donating them to someone who could truly benefit from them. If your closet is bursting with clothes that you hardly ever wear, take a moment to reflect. Do I truly need this item? If something doesn't fit, feels uncomfortable, or hasn't been worn in years, it's a good opportunity to let it go and make space for what truly serves you. At this point in your life, it's important to have a wardrobe that supports you and enhances your experience, rather than one that feels burdensome. If you're still with us and finding these insights helpful, I'd love for you to comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on the notification bell. This way, you'll stay updated and won't miss any of our videos. Let's take the next step together. It's important to take a moment to check for expired medications and old toiletries. Keeping your space organized and safe is a great way to ensure your well-being. One of the most commonly overlooked forms of household clutter is likely sitting in your bathroom cabinet at this very moment: expired medications and old toiletries. It's easy for these items to accumulate without us noticing. It could be a bottle of pain relievers from years past, partially used prescription medications that you never completed, or skincare products that didn't quite meet your expectations. It's easy to let your drawers and cabinets become cluttered with items that you no longer need or use. Additionally, it's important to note that some of them may pose safety risks. Medications have expiration dates for important reasons. With time, their effectiveness may diminish. In certain situations, they may even lead to negative effects. Keeping old prescriptions for potential future use may appear to be a safe choice. It's important to remember that if you find yourself needing that medication again, reaching out to your doctor for a prescription is the best course of action. They can provide you with an up-to-date prescription that aligns with your current health needs. Many of us have bottles of expired pills stored away, often without realizing that they don't serve any useful purpose. Instead, they just take up space and can pose unnecessary risks. Toiletries are just the same. Consider that old bottle of lotion you haven't touched in years, the tube of sunscreen from who knows when, and that perfume you stopped wearing a decade ago. It might be time to reassess their place in your collection. These things are not permanent. It's important to remember that skincare products and cosmetics come with expiration dates that many people may overlook. Using them beyond their prime may result in skin irritation or even infections, so it's important to be mindful of their condition. We often cling to these items, believing that one day they will come in handy. It's important to recognize that if something hasn't been used in months or even years, it might be time to consider whether you'll actually use it in the future. Consider Robert, for instance. At 75, he takes great pride in maintaining an organized home. One day, while looking for a bandage, he opened his cabinet and discovered it was packed with bottles and boxes that he hadn't used in years. Outdated painkillers, partially used tubes of antibiotic cream, and a prescription for a medication that is no longer necessary. Everything was right there, waiting for you. When he finally dedicated some time to sort through everything, he was surprised by the amount he had been holding onto just in case. As he cleared it out, a wave of relief washed over him, realizing that everything remaining in his cabinet was truly safe and beneficial. Many people may not be aware of that. Organizing your medications and toiletries goes beyond simply making things look neat. It's important to focus on safety, ensuring you have what you truly need, and finding the courage to let go of what isn't essential. By clearing out expired medications, you create space for the ones that you genuinely depend on. By clearing out old toiletries, you can streamline your daily routine and make sure that everything you use is both fresh and effective. Now is a great opportunity to take a look at your medicine cabinet and bathroom drawers if you haven't done so in a while. Take a moment to review your medications. If it's expired, please dispose of it safely. It's important to dispose of any prescriptions you no longer need properly, rather than allowing them to linger. Taking this step helps keep your space safe and organized. When it comes to toiletries, it's important to be honest with yourself. If you haven't used it in more than a year, it might be time to consider whether you'll use it in the future. Embrace the freedom that comes with letting go, and find joy in the simplicity of keeping only what truly matters to you. Fourth on the list are old papers, documents, and unused mail. Paper is often one of the most prevalent types of clutter, and surprisingly, it's also one of the easiest to overlook. Over time, it tends to gather in various places like tables, drawers, old folders, and even boxes that are tucked away for future use. The amount of unnecessary paperwork in most homes can be quite overwhelming, from outdated bills and expired warranties to instruction manuals for appliances you no longer own. As you approach 70, it's a great opportunity to take charge of your health and well-being. Paper clutter can take up more than just physical space. It can also lead to unnecessary stress in our lives. Imagine the relief of finding an important document without having to sift through piles of papers that have long outlived their usefulness. It's a common challenge, but with a little organization, you can make the process much smoother. It can be quite daunting when unopened mail starts to accumulate on the counter, creating a sense of being perpetually behind on tasks. It's true that many of the papers we hold onto may no longer serve a purpose, and releasing them can lead to a surprising feeling of relief. Consider Barbara, for instance. At 73, she proudly maintained a filing cabinet brimming with documents that spanned decades. Utility bills from the past, receipts for purchases you may not even remember, and tax returns dating back to the 1980s. Documents that have been stored away for years without a clear purpose for keeping them. One day, while searching for an important insurance document, she discovered that much of her paperwork was outdated and no longer needed. This realization was a great opportunity to streamline her files and keep only what truly matters. After some thoughtful consideration, she chose to sort through everything, retaining only the documents that truly held significance. By the time she finished, she had successfully cut her paperwork down by more than half. For the first time in years, she felt confident in knowing exactly where to find what she needed. When you take the time to declutter your papers, you're not only creating a more organized space in your home, but you're also clearing your mind for new ideas and possibilities. You're taking a wonderful step towards clarity by letting go of the mental clutter associated with those piles of mail, stacks of outdated documents, and folders filled with items you no longer need. What's truly exciting about this? Thanks to today's technology, you can easily access most important records digitally. This means you can simplify your life by not needing to keep physical copies of everything. What a great question! Let's explore the best ways to begin your journey. Begin by carefully reviewing your paperwork to identify what is truly important. If you haven't used it in years, it's likely that you can let it go without any regrets. It's a great idea to shred old bank statements and expired contracts. This helps keep your personal information safe and your space organized. Consider recycling the manuals for appliances that you no longer have. It's a great way to declutter and help the environment. It's important to keep only the essential legal, financial, and medical documents. Organizing them thoughtfully will ensure they are easy to access when you need them most. It's important to stay on top of your mail and prevent it from piling up.
Unwanted Mail?
Go ahead and toss it right away. Are you looking for information about bills? Make sure to compensate them and only submit what is essential. Are there newsletters or magazines that you find yourself not reading? Please go ahead and cancel the subscriptions. The aim is straightforward: retain only the papers that genuinely serve a purpose, and release the others. This will help create a more organized and meaningful space. If you're still with us and finding these insights helpful, I'd love for you to comment number 4 below to let me know you're here.
Your engagement means a lot.
If you haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time to do so. Be sure to turn on the bell so you can stay updated and not miss any of our videos. Your support enables us to keep producing valuable content that informs and inspires you. Let's take the next step together. Number 5. Kitchen items that you might not find yourself using often. The kitchen often tends to be one of the busiest and most cluttered spaces in any home. As time goes by, it's quite common to gather items that may not truly serve a meaningful purpose. Imagine cabinets brimming with a variety of containers, drawers overflowing with utensils that rarely see the light of day, and old pots and pans collecting dust as you approach your 70s. Now is the perfect opportunity to tidy up the kitchen and eliminate the clutter that's contributing to a more chaotic environment than necessary. It's common for people to keep kitchen items simply because it's what they've always done. It could be a beautiful set of dishes you've been holding onto for that perfect moment, or perhaps some small appliances you purchased long ago that have yet to see any use. It's completely understandable to have these items waiting for their time to shine. It's quite possible that you have 3 or 4 different versions of the same tool at your disposal. Imagine a delightful assortment of spatulas, a variety of coffee mugs, or perhaps a drawer filled to the brim with plastic lids that seem to have lost their matching containers. It's a common scenario in many kitchens. It's important to recognize that a kitchen cluttered with unused or unnecessary items can complicate your daily life. It can create some challenges. Consider George, for instance. At 76 years old, he has spent many wonderful years in the same home, creating a lifetime of memories. Throughout the years, his kitchen accumulated various gadgets and cookware that he seldom utilized. There were blenders, food processors, and toasters waiting patiently for their moment to shine. Plates and glasses are neatly stacked in cabinets, while drawers are filled with tools that might have been forgotten over time. Whenever he needed something, he found himself sifting through clutter to locate it. After accidentally knocking over a stack of unused baking sheets while looking for a pan, he had a moment of clarity and decided it was time to make a change. He took a step forward and made a decision. He carefully examined his kitchen, one section at a time, reflecting on a straightforward question: do I really use this? If the answer was no, he simply set it aside for the time being. All duplicates have been removed. It's a good idea to clear out expired spices and pantry items. Let's make sure your kitchen stays fresh and organized. He decided to donate the bread maker he bought years ago and only used once. When he completed his work, his kitchen transformed into a whole new environment, one that was more functional, organized, and above all, much easier to navigate.
That's the essential point.
By letting go of kitchen items that you never use, you can create a space that truly serves your needs and enhances your cooking experience. Cooking is easier, cleaning is quicker, and you can enjoy a sense of calm without the stress of cluttered countertops or overflowing cabinets. A well-equipped kitchen doesn't have to be cluttered to create delicious meals. Having just the essentials is all you really need. Take a moment to explore your kitchen. Take a moment to open your cabinets and check your drawers. Reflect on when you last used each item. This simple practice can help you declutter and make space for what truly matters. If it has been years, if it's gathering dust, or if you're holding on to it just in case, then it might be the right moment to consider letting it go. A kitchen that contains only the items you truly use not only simplifies management, but also enhances your daily life, making it more enjoyable and seamless. Consider letting go of sentimental items that no longer serve a purpose in your life. Decluttering sentimental items can be quite challenging. Cherished letters, thoughtful gifts from those dear to us, mementos from unforgettable trips, or boxes brimming with memories from years gone by. These items hold significant emotional value, which is why many individuals find it challenging to part with them. Before you reach the age of 70, there's an important point to think about. Take a moment to reflect on whether these sentimental items truly bring you joy or if they are just occupying space in your life. This self-assessment can lead to a more fulfilling environment. It's common for individuals to cling to sentimental items due to feelings of guilt associated with parting ways with them. A cherished gift from a beloved relative who has passed on, a collection of greeting cards from birthdays of yesteryear, and treasured keepsakes from your children or grandchildren can hold so much meaning. These items hold special memories for us, but it's easy to feel a bit overwhelmed when they begin to accumulate. It's important to remember that memories aren't tied to physical things. They truly reside within you. Holding on to too much sentimental clutter doesn't truly honor the past. Instead, it can make your present a bit more challenging to navigate. Let's consider Helen as a great example. At 78, she has cherished a collection of boxes filled with old letters, souvenirs, and keepsakes that reflect various stages of her life. Upon moving into a cozier home, she discovered a storage unit brimming with items she hadn't revisited in years. Initially, the thought of letting go of anything seemed overwhelming. What if she no longer remembers the special moments connected to those items? What if letting go seemed like removing a piece of her life? However, she decided to make a change. She began to be more selective about what she held onto, letting go of things that no longer served her. She held onto a few truly meaningful items: her wedding album, a selection of heartfelt letters from loved ones, and a small collection of souvenirs that brought her joy. She released the rest. She generously donated items that still have the potential to be helpful to others. She captured images of moments and items she wished to remember, even if she didn't need to hold onto them physically. As she did, she experienced a surprising sense of relief. Many people often overlook this important point. Letting go of sentimental items doesn't mean you have to erase the memories they hold. It involves creating an opportunity to truly embrace the moment. It involves holding on to what truly matters and releasing what no longer serves you. It involves making the choice to fill your space with items that uplift you, rather than those that hold you back. If you find yourself holding on to sentimental items that feel more like a burden than a blessing, take a moment to reflect on their significance. Is it necessary to hold on to every letter, souvenir, and keepsake to cherish the people and experiences that have influenced your life? Is it possible to cherish the memories in your heart while also creating a more spacious and organized home? At this point in your life, the things that truly matter are not the ones sitting idle and gathering dust. They are the source of peace and joy in your life each and every day. If you're enjoying this video and finding the insights helpful, I would love for you to comment number 6 below to let me know you're with me. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time to do so. Be sure to turn on the bell so you can stay updated and not miss any of our videos. Your support enables us to keep producing valuable content that informs and inspires you. Thank you for being a part of our journey. In conclusion, let's reflect on the key points we've discussed. As we conclude this video, I encourage you to take a moment to think about the 6 household items we've explored together. Getting organized before you reach 70 is more than just clearing out clutter. It's all about crafting a home that brings a sense of ease, simplicity, and harmony with the lifestyle you aspire to lead. Every item you release is an opportunity for growth. This is a wonderful step towards achieving simplicity, clarity, and a sense of peace in your life. What caught your attention the most? What items do you recognize from your own home? It's great to hear that you might be beginning to part with furniture that no longer meets your needs. It's possible you've noticed how much more manageable life could feel without the burden of old papers, unused kitchen items, or sentimental objects that have lost their spark for you. This video might have opened your eyes to the idea that decluttering goes beyond just physical items. It's all about embracing freedom. We are eager to hear your thoughts and feedback. We'd love to hear from you. Please share one thing you learned today and how you intend to incorporate it into your life. Your insights can inspire others. We truly value your thoughts, so please feel free to share them with us. Your comments truly inspire and uplift us, providing the motivation we need to keep going. If you found this video enjoyable and helpful, we would greatly appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, and share it with others. Thank you for your support. Your support enables us to keep producing valuable content that informs and inspires you. We appreciate you taking the time to watch, and we can't wait to connect with you in the next video.